The Conservative and Unionist Party has faced its lowest ranking in the polls in nearly a decade, at 17% behind the Liberal Democrats. We are now in fourth place for the first time since the days of Theresa May, and they were something of an aberration anyway. And this could not have happened at a worse time. Yesterday, the Labour government decided to make the UK a colony of the EU. Yesterday's surrender deal, along with today's news that the Tories have fallen to fourth place, means one thing. It is now in the national interest for the two right-leading parties to come together. It is time for a Tory-Reform electoral pact so that we can save the nation from servitude. The reset deal betrays our fishing communities. It opens the door to free movement. It puts the country in a regulatory straitjacket via dynamic alignment overseen by the EU court and chains us to a future of low growth under the EU's net zero policies. The United Kingdom is at a crossroads. One path takes us into satrapy of Europe, which means a future of high regulation, an ever-increasing state, more bureaucracy and higher taxes. This path disregards freedom of speech. It is pro-mass migration. It doesn't even care for borders. Sadly, it is the path Labour is taking us on and would lead to a bleak future for Britain. However, there is hope. There is another path. We could rip up this surrender deal and rebuild our fishing fleet. We could set our own food standards. We could free ourselves from the EU's carbon budgeting system that makes us cold and poor. But there is much more than just that. The alternative path and alternative vision for Britain could include cutting taxes and unleashing the firepower of British business. We could radically overhaul our welfare system to get the millions out of work back into work. We could scrap net zero altogether to reinvigorate our industrial communities, exploiting the shale gas under our feet and giving confidence to energy companies to drill, baby, drill, making your bills cheaper. We could also close the border, crack down on the channel migrants and bring net migration down to net zero, the net zero we want. But the way to do this is cooperation between the Conservative and Reform parties to obliterate the left at the next election. We believe in broadly the same things. Our voters both want this country to follow the same path. If we want any hope for the future of this great country, it's time to bring the parties together and save us from the dystopian future posed by the socialists.